Alright guys, it's me lukemick. Tonight, or last night technically, I saw the special 10 o'clock showing of The Last Stand with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I've been looking forward for this movie for a long time, and me and my friends don't have school tomorrow, so we just thought, what the hell, let's just go to the pre-showing, the Thursday night showing. And this movie, I knew that I wouldn't get bored by it because it's just pure Arnie action. So let's just start out with the story here. The story is basically this escaped convict who plans to just take this car that can go at, I think, like 200 miles per hour and just run it down the highway from somewhere in Arizona. Or no, he goes from Vegas and he wants to get to Mexico, and he has to go through, obviously, Arnold Schwarzenegger's town, and he's the deputy of this small town where the cops aren't very good at what they do. It's pretty lax, and they don't see a lot of action down there. And once this starts happening, they finally come to realize that they have a real issue heading their way, and Arnie's not gonna let this guy pass because he used to be an LA cop and he knows what's coming, is something he says in the movie. So with the way it's set up, you know you're gonna get a great Arnie action flick. And I'm gonna say, if you're not a fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger, then this definitely won't be your movie, because this is very cheesy, and I knew that going into it, and I was pumped to see him back on the big screen. And I personally like all of his older work that I've seen, like Total Recall, Terminator obviously is a big one, Predator, Twins, except, wait a minute, I haven't seen Twins, sorry, Junior. But even those ones, anything he's in, I just think he's funny, and me and my friends kind of admire him. And so we're just excited to see him back. But if you don't like Arnold Schwarzenegger, then chances are you aren't going to like this movie, because it is very cheesy. The beginning, you don't see a lot of Arnold Schwarzenegger at the beginning. It takes maybe 50 minutes, I'd say, before you really start, like, seeing him kind of like buckle down and get into gear with what's going to be going on in the movie. A lot of it is kind of what's going on with this car racing down the highway, or whatever you want to call it, and Forrest Whitaker kind of following it. And it almost bored me just a little bit. Like, there was still action in there, but I really just wanted to see more Arnie, and he was just investigating a murder at the time, so there wasn't much going on with him. But once we hit the last 40 to 45 minutes, that's when we finally start getting a lot of good Arnie action, and it is random. Everything in this movie is very random, and a lot of it doesn't make sense, but that doesn't matter, because they weren't trying to make it realistic Arnie action thriller. This isn't an actual movie per se, it's more just an Arnie flick and coming back, and it was awesome for what it was trying to be. It was really funny. I was laughing a lot. The acting, obviously, it's really cheesy, but it goes along well with the rest of it. I also like to mention Johnny Knoxville in this movie. I like him as an actor. I always liked him in Jackass, obviously. He's kind of the leader of the group. And I like him as an actor in most of the movies he's been in. I just think he's kind of funny, and he fits in very well with the backdrop of this movie. Doesn't feel out of place at all. He's funny. He's got some good moments, and he's a pretty enjoyable character. Another thing I just kind of want to mention is that the main bad guy in this movie, the one who's racing down the road the whole time, he kind of resembles Robert Downey Jr. in a way, kind of like in his Natural Born Killer days. I don't know. Just tell me what you think of that. And I just thought it was really great action. There were some cool camera angles and shots that I liked, but there could have been, I guess I could say, a little bit too much of an overuse of shaky cam at some parts. But other than that, they utilized the car chases pretty well. All the shootouts were great. Performances were, fine for what they were. And Arnie, I should probably talk about Arnie. Arnie is back, and don't want to say better than ever, but he's pretty damn good in this movie, and if you like his style, which I love. And he's going to make another Conan sequel, I guess. I haven't seen the Conan movies, but I want to. so I'll have to watch those, and he's going to be making another sequel for that. So it's great to see Arnie back. The movie is awesome. If you're Arnie fans, definitely go see it. If you don't really like like any of his movies, I mean, kind of his cheesier movies, then this definitely isn't the one for you. It's because there's some really cheesy stuff going on in this movie that you're just going to have to see, and that's kind of one of the downsides to it, is that I like the ridiculousness, but sometimes it gets to be a little too much, so it just depends on what you think of Arnold Schwarzenegger as an actor. But overall, I loved it. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 stars. A really fun movie, lots of good action, and you'll be laughing out loud if Arnie's your style. So I'll talk to you guys later. Please subscribe. And I was going to go see Broken City, but the ratings got so low that I'm not going to go. And I'm going to be going out of town this weekend, so I just wouldn't have time to. And then I said I might go see Mama, but no, the hell with that. I'm not going to go see that because it just looks annoying as shit. So I'll talk to you guys later.